So there are two different breeding values relating to structural soundness, particularly of the feet and leg traits, which are published within the Trans-Tasman Angus Cattle Evaluation. The first of those breeding values, being claw set EBVs, relates to the structure of the animal for their claw set, being the shape and the evenness of their claws, with animals with more favourable EBVs being expected to produce progeny which have toes which are symmetrical, even and appropriately spaced. The second breeding value is the foot angle EBV, and as the name suggests, relates to structural soundness for foot angle, being the strength of the pastern and the depth of the heel. For foot angle EBVs, animals with more favourable EBVs would be expected to produce progeny with a 45-degree angle at the pastern joint with appropriate toe length and heel depth. When interpreting the EBVs, so for example, if we have EBVs on two particular sires, a couple of points to note. First of all, those EBVs are in score units. So like all our EBVs in the Trans-Tasman Angus Cattle Evaluation, the EBVs are reflected in the units in which the trait is measured. And for the structural EBVs, lower EBVs indicate the animal is expected to produce progeny with more optimal structure, or a score closer to 5 being the optimal score for each trait. So in this case where we have sire A, which has a claw set EBV of plus 0.46, and sire B with a claw set EBV of plus 1.2. So across those two, the difference in those two EBVs is 0.74. And so sire A, having the lower EBV, would be expected to produce progeny with half of that difference, so 0.37 of a score, a better score if you like, or a score closer to optimal claw set, all other things being equal than the other sire B. In addition to when interpreting the EBVs, we also have reference tables which are published alongside each EBV to assist with the interpretation of that. So we have breed average EBVs, and currently the breed average EBV for foot angle is plus 0.97, and for claw set the breed average EBV is plus 0.85. So any animals with EBVs that are lower than that 0.97 for foot angle or 0.85 for claw set could be considered to be, I guess, breed improvers for those particular traits. In addition, we also publish the percentile band alongside the EBVs for each particular animal, which gives an indication of where that animal's genetics sit for that particular trait relative to other current Angus animals in Australia and New Zealand. So if an animal has a percentile band value of 10 published alongside the EBV, then for that particular trait it would be expected to sit in the most favourable 10% of animals for that trait.